Here, giving up your time on this, one of your last few days of summer. I think it speaks a lot to the program that these students are willing to. This was a small subgroup of a large amount of students that wanted to come here and present tonight. And so it's always hard to not just let everybody do it, but we have to do it at some point. So we're going to bring the old people up, and we'll go young to old. Well, you're old. And then if you guys have a question, just raise your hand, direct it at who you would like to answer it, whether it's like current students, older students, ex-students. Now it's really young to old. Okay. And then we'll try to answer your questions. Anything? Yes, go ahead.
Are assignments primarily submitted online, or do you have a
Most of them after this first log, which is primarily hard copy paper-based, are submitted online through turnitin.com. Certain projects involve some printing components, but we also do have printers in our library, including color printers that students can use. We ask that they're kind of thoughtful, not just multiple draft copies of that kind of stuff for use of resources, but you can get by without having a giant printer. Go ahead.
Is there a website that us parents can go to and check the calendar and stuff like that? And
Yep.
so is that what you sent to us, or kind of miss it somewhere along the way?
Each of us are going to have our own ways of having that parent communication portal. Some of we might use Google Classroom or Schoology. I just use a website on the Legacy website, but that is what we will communicate with you guys. Where can you go find it? Where can you find all those things? We post our slides that we go over in class with the students. We post the rubrics, post the calendar, all of those.
And when is that going to be sent to parents?
Next week. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Friday tomorrow. Okay. Go ahead.
So if you're just not able to turn something in for one reason or another, you're physically not, what would happen then?
Well, yeah, you can.
Remember the late key thing. So if that happens the first time, then you can use a late key that buys you 48 hours. It looks a little bit different for speeches, but it's still primarily 48 hours, and then you're expected to give your speech. Then the second time, if that happens and you've already used your late key, then it is probably going to be a 0 if you just don't turn anything in.
Part of the L2k perfectionism student's mindset is if it's not perfect, I don't want to turn it in. It would be way better to turn in a partially completed log and get maybe a C or a B on it that you can recover from than to just say, I don't have anything. And then if we're buying into the time management strategies that we give you, all that, those sort of things, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Students, how were you able to balance the classes that you need to graduate, but with L2k classes taking up a lot of time?
So L2k actually doesn't take up that much time, so you can still take so many other classes. Fill your schedule as much as you'd like. L2k is just one elective, so you can still take any of the classes. And juggling it really, it is very much a personal thing. If you are a person that tends to procrastinate a lot, it can be a lot tougher. I know probably a lot of us standing up here right now, even the teachers, were big procrastinators. So it's really manageable. It is, it's a myth that L2k takes up so much of your time, so you'll be fine. Just go in confident and try not to procrastinate. If what happens, it'll be fine.
We have sophomore class presidents, student body president up here, lots of band students who've gone through our program, lots of varsity athletes, students who do a lot. It kind of ends up being that thing where the more you do, the more hours it feels like are in your day sometimes, and you just become amazing at time management.
And I think something logistical to add on to that, so Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're in L2k, you are allotted 6.5 credits you can take. Instead of
6.5 or 7,
Or
depending
7.
on the mixture of the other things.
Yeah, so you're allowed to take more credits during the school year than another student because you are taking an extra elective. And then I think you get some other electives waived as well as like a PE credit waived, so you don't have to jam-pack as many other things into your schedule.
Yeah, they've actually just lowered the PE requirement
Oh,
for
okay.
all. But yeah, and freshman year always feels tight, and it always feels like you don't have freedom. And it's just because every freshman has to take those same things. And for a lot of you, math is taking up 2 of those periods. It opens up. It's really improving. Okay, yeah, way in the back. Oh, Katie, go ahead.
To add on to the time management thing, I will say that you can procrastinate if you really want to. But I guarantee you that will be very problematic because this last junior year, I did do that with one of the L2k projects. And in the same week, I had an AP calc homework that was very hard. I had AP 10 study guide, a review that I had to do. And I had the whole L2k project. So it does get very problematic. And it's my fault because I had 2 weeks to work on that L2k project and I procrastinated. So if you really start focusing on your L2k stuff earlier and then maybe not finish it and do your other classes by date or due date and then get to your L2k project, it will feel so much nicer. So make sure not procrastinate. But you can. Don't do it.
And pulling an all-nighter is a fun thing to do every once in a while. Just to say that you've done it, right? Anything else? Okay, we will stay for a little while. I think some of our students who are here volunteering or presenting will also stay if you guys have any individual questions, but we're looking forward to a great year with all of you. Thank you so much for coming.